Chairperson Ferguson,
Here.
Member Bagwell, Member Mayhorn, Member Molina,
Here.
Member Wells. A quorum is present.
Thank you. Public comments and discussion. The public is invited at this time to comment on or discuss any topic that is relevant or within the authority of the Carson City Audit Committee. In order for members of the public to participate in the Audit Committee's consideration of an agenda item, the committee strongly encourages members of the public to comment on the agenda item during the item itself. No action may be taken on a matter raised under the public comment unless the item has been specifically included on the agenda as an item upon which action may be taken. Do we have any public on the online?
There's no public comment at this time.
Okay, thank you. Up for actions, adoption of today's agenda. Any comments, questions on the agenda, the two agenda items?
I haven't heard of any changes, no.
Okay, thank you. With that, we're moving forward. Meeting items up for possible action is discussion and possible action regarding recommendation to the Board of Supervisors on the approval of the Finance Review and Selection Committee's recommendation for contract award for Hinton Burdick CPAs and advisors for the Carson City external audit function, and then the staff summary. NRS 354-624 requires Carson City to designate an auditor or audit firm no later than 3 months prior to the close of the fiscal year. Carson City must identify or notify the Department of Taxation of the designation by March 31st, 2021. Staff published a public request for statement and qualifications, including a bid amount, and created a finance review and selection committee to help review the applications received. Staff identified and recommend the firm because they have necessary qualifications at a most reasonable cost. Staff recommends a 3-year contract with 2 one-year extensions if agreed by both parties.
Yeah, the only thing I wanted to say about this, both firms were amazing. They turned in all their information. They both had great qualifications, very qualified people. It really came down to the cost. The current auditor BDO included a 16.67% increase, which just priced them out of the water. Hinton Burdick does a lot of medium to small size governments in Nevada as well. They do Churchill County, Elko. So they are qualified. They are excited about our engagement. And I do have to get the board to approve this at their next meeting on March 18th, which is why the special meeting had to be called today to hopefully get this recommendation. The single audit portion of it, there are 2 included in the base price, and then at each additional one is only $1,500 with the new firm Hinton Burdick. So that's also a better cost as well. But like I said, they were very similar in qualifications, so we had a tough time. It really just came down to cost.
Okay. Questions, comments, concerns?
I'll do that. I'll teach you what we do, but I raised my hand.
Okay. Go ahead, Mayor Bagwell.
So just a question, you indicated that Hinton Burdick had done some other work for local governments in Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
Did you validate with those other governmental entities that they had performed as promoted in their contract?
I
as
did. I was
indicated?
able to get a hold of 2 Churchill County and Fallon. I wasn't able to get a hold of Elko, but those 2 called me back and had rave reviews. They said they were really good and thorough, but not overly nitpicky, and they really did a good job.
And they were responsive, so you feel
They
comfortable
said they were very
then?
responsive, yeah.
Because it's not always about the money. I'm sure the difference was minimal enough if Hinton Burdick wasn't as prepared to do the job. So you feel
Absolutely.
comfortable
I do.
that they can.
We were at one point with Kafori Armstrong for like 26 years, and they were a regional mid-sized firm. And I think that's what this is. It's a regional mid-sized firm that kind of focuses on government. So I think we're getting a good firm.
And where are they based out of?
They're based out of Utah. They have an office in Mesquite,
And an office in Mesquite.
Nevada.
Which office is gonna, because I noticed in the, they have like 3,000 in travel costs and stuff. Are they gonna staff this out of Utah or staff this out of Mesquite?
Mesquite.
Out of Mesquite? Okay. And I'm sure that one's an actual billable, not a,
It is included in the price
right,
of the
okay.
contract, yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I did have one question. Would we be the largest governmental entity that they have engaged in audit?
I don't believe so. I believe they have a couple larger cities and counties in Utah.
Okay.
We might be the largest in, well, no, because Elko's larger than Carson. So
Same size.
is it the same size? Okay, so
Okay,
People-wise, population-wise, we're about the same. Mhm.
Other questions, comments?
No.
With that, do we have a motion?
Good for you. He just,
Recommend the Board of Supervisors approve the finance review and selection committee's recommendation for contract award to Hidden Verdict CPA advisors to Carson City External.
second,
All those in favor?
aye.
Aye.
Right, yeah. Oh, you have to allow voting. You have
Hold
a
on.
button on the far, something that says allow voting on the far right there on the bottom.
Oh,
Says
there it
allow
is.
voting, go right next to that. There you go, now we can vote.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go. Cool, huh?
Does it work online too?
That's, no, we haven't got it figured out, so Margie has to, I'll have
I,
to say it out loud. Yeah, but she said,
my microphone got muted all of a sudden, so yes,
okay,
I approve.
perfect.
Okay, thanks. And is James on? There's a little,
No, that's James Underwood
that's the,
from our IT
oh,
department.
okay, got it. Okay, we have a unanimous approval from the 4 folks on the committee here today. Thank you.
Clear voting, says clear voting. That erases it all for the next one. There you
Okay,
go.
good deal. All right,
I have a disclosure on this item when you read the title.
okay, item 5B, up for possible action, discussion as possible action regarding the recommendation to the Board of Supervisors on Amendment 1 of the contract 1718-137 for internal audit services with Eid Bailey LLC, extending the contract term for an additional year through June 30th, 2022, and for not to exceed the additional amount of $110,000. And Sherry, would you like to cover the staff
Oh.
summary?
Nope. You want to
Oh,
let me
you-
do a disclosure?
Go ahead, Mayor Bagwell, with your disclosure.
Thank you. NRS 281A.420 requires me to disclose a conflict of interest and abstain from voting when I have a disqualifying conflict. My son works for Eid Bailey. Although he does not currently have any direct involvement in Carson City audits, as an employee of Eid Bailey, the benefits he receives may in general be impacted by the awarding of contracts to his firm. Therefore, the independence of judgment of a reasonable person in my position may be materially affected by this relationship. As such, I consider this to be a disqualifying conflict, and I will not be voting on this matter.
Okay, thank you. Sherry?
all right, so this is for our internal auditor, Eid Bailey, and they have been doing a great job for us over the last 3 years. This is an extension of the current contract. I could have gone out to bid for this one as well. However, doing both internal and external auditors in the same year is a humongous challenge. It's a challenge to staff in reviewing all of the applications we get. And then also for my finance department when we're training new auditors. So to have 2 new auditors on both the external and internal really is a huge challenge. So this is my attempt to stagger that SOQ process. So if we extend it for this 1 year, next year I will definitely do an SOQ and make sure Ide Bailey's still giving us the best deal. And they're still the most qualified and all that. But I am trying to stagger that process. That's my whole goal.
I agree with that approach. That makes sense.
Yes.
And Audrey's on the phone if you have any questions.
Yep.
Okay.
There it is. Okay. Yep. I'll learn how to run this eventually. So any other questions, comments on extending the Bailey contract for 1 year? Nope, hearing none. So do we have a motion?
137 with Ide Bailey LLP, extending the contract through June 30th, 2022.
All in favor? Or need a second? Margie?
Second,
Thank you, Margie.
I second.
All in favor?
Margie. Aye.
Aye.
Great. Thank you very
Record
much.
Catches the
Okay.
abstention.
Passes unanimously based on the people that could vote that are here. So thank you for that. With that, it concludes the 2 items we had on the agenda. The public is invited at this time to comment on any matter that is not specifically included on the agenda as an action item. Any action may be taken on the matter raised under the item of the agenda. There is no public on the line still, so that,
Next meeting. Tim,
There's no
Wow.
public comment at this time.
yeah, no public comment. Thank you. And the next meeting is
on us- March?
March.
We're gonna
March-
keep it.
March 30th
We
at
still need to
3:30.
do that as our regular at 1:30?
At 3:30.
What time?
3:30. I have on my phone 3:30. That doesn't mean it's
I have
right.
1:30 in my calendar.
Is it 1:30?
Oh, is it scheduled where we can see it on the laptop? Is it already on the? Because if you, no, on the laptop, I mean the screen in there, if you go back, there should be, it shows the agendas and schedules on that, just right practically where you were, we could see, she has it on the calendar. There's at carson.org, the main calendar's on the front.
Am I getting close?
If you go back just to the main government, to the main screen and scroll, see if there's a calendar of events.
Public meeting calendar. There we go.
And then go to, there you go. Are we scheduled in there? On the 30th? Nope, it's not scheduled on the calendar. Well, I tried.
I thought it was on the 29th.
Nope,
No?
it's always Tuesdays for us.
Oh, okay. And just so you know, I will not be able to attend that one because I'm having surgery.
You
Just
can't log in
double
from
check the time for us,
operating room?
Barry.
Yeah, let's double check the time.
Doctors are doing Zoom meetings. in the
wrote one.
operating room. You could,
Right,
Really, maybe I
have
can do it from
1:30.
here.
absolutely. A doctor can, you can.
Ernie, I think it's 1:30.
1:30,
Just-
okay. Then I'm booked, 'cause I thought it was at 3:30. I can log in for the first half hour. I'll Zoom in for the first half hour.
So we have to make sure Jim Wells is gonna attend.
And then when
We
I'm
have
done, I'll log back in afterwards.
Well, or if we can't, can we move it to 3:30? Does anybody else have a conflict later in the afternoon?
Either one's fine with me.
I can do either.
Okay, well, let's make it 3:30.
Okay,
so
well, that'd be great.
Ernie
Okay.
can make
The
it.
room's available?
Usually they book it from like till 5 o'clock.
Okay,
For
for
me,
us.
so.
Okay, 3:30 audit. I just changed it.
Look at
And
so-
This
just
is
so you
Audrey
guys
Donovan
should-
with Ide Bailey,
And they do
and
3:30?
3:30 does work for us as well.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thanks, Audrey. 3:30, March 30th, next audit committee meeting.
Yes, there you go.
With that,
Okay, and just to let you know, I will be able to be there because it's my pre-op that day, so I should be done.
Okay,
Oh,
perfect.
great.
Great.
Even better.
So I will try and join in, yes.
thanks, Margie.
See, this worked
You're
out for everyone.
Yes.
Wonderful.
It did.
Okay.
All right, with that, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Good job, everyone.
Thank you.
See you, Margie. Good luck.
Bye now.
Okay, bye, thank you. And
This
just
is
so you
Audrey
guys
Donovan
should-
with Ide Bailey,
And they do
and
3:30.
3:30 does work for us as well.
Okay.
Thanks, Audrey. 3:30.
Okay, and just to let you know, I will be able to be there because it's my pre-op that day, so I should be done. So I will try and join in, yes.
See, this worked
You're
out for everyone. Like,
It did.